Where is the link to the stream? Okay, just making sure everything was set up with the stream and people knew what was going on. So let's look at the setup. Temples into TP, into round 3 digs, into dwellings, then big buildings, then temple. We are missing coins, big building, and dwelling scoring. So far we have halflings and genie. I'm going back right now to look at the list because I want to make sure I don't accidentally put in a faction I can't select, because on round 1 temples, the things that I'm thinking about are some combination of ice maidens, goblins, or Engies. And I think Engies being able to score pretty well off the dwellings are pretty good. We already have halflings and genie in. I could choose goblins to sandwich the halflings. That's kind of interesting. We choose Engies to just put something on the entire opposite side of the wheel. I really like goblins. Goblins are just like one of my favorite factions. And so being able to like open double temple, actually the double temple opening's a little hard. We need a workers action to get the double temple opening. Yeah, I think I'm going to just put in Engies. I think that's going to be my choice here. Hopefully the layout looks a little bit better than it did last time. I know that there were a couple of issues. Iric sent me a couple things to take a look at. So hopefully the layout after we're through the auction looks a little bit better and it's a little bit easier for people to follow the game. But I do not have the Twitch chat up, so if anyone is having any issues, I do have Discord up, so DM me on Discord if there's issues with the stream, and I can correct them that way. Because I'm not watching chat because I don't want to hear what people are, or see what people are saying about the game while I'm in the middle of playing it. But excited for this group of players. I mean, obviously Red Rain is great. I don't think I've played with Ryan, the man, before, but I played with Scoomy Mooms a couple times, and you know, part of the reason why I'm so happy that I got into this league is the fact that I'm playing with a bunch of people who are incredibly strong players and just like an opportunity to learn. And I feel pretty fortunate that I got second in that first game, and I'm pretty excited to see how this game goes. I like playing on base. Base is probably my favorite map. And so here's hoping nobody puts in a green faction and I can just play some Engies and have a good time. Right now, Engineers would be my preference of these 3 factions. I think I would be slightly higher on halflings than genie, just because I think there's a world where halflings could hit round 3 digs decently. Obviously, it would be better for halflings if it was around 4 digs instead of around 3 digs, but beggars and choosers, you know. But we'll see what Scoomy does. Go Ice Maidens on blue. That would be fun. A little Lakes Ice Maidens. That could be nifty. Putting gobos, right? Put the halflings in a sandwich. Halflings are my 40 if Scoomy picks a black faction. But we'll see. I don't know. One of the okay, he picks Ice Maidens as a green faction. Okay. Ice Maidens is a green faction. Interesting. Kind of like the idea of Ice Maidens as a green faction. I think Ice Maidens are my favorite here under that case. Okay, Ryan likes Halflings still. I don't know what I would start with as Ice Maidens though. Because like presumably I want to start. My first thought is F9 E9. Okay, Red likes Halflings too. Huh. What are they saying that I'm not? Because so Halflings Wobbly wants to start with this collection of factions E6 just to be in a leech party, and then F5 could also end up being a little bit of a leech party, and then go G5 round 1. What are we probably getting? So Ice Maidens are definitely taking the Spade. Maybe Worker Power. Actually, there's a world where they could take the Priest. So Halflings, you're not getting the Spade. You're almost certainly not getting Worker Power. My guess is you don't get Tempship. Wouldn't surprise me if Engies take Tempship, especially if Spade goes to... Maybe actually now that I'm looking at this, Ice Maiden's probably... Like, if we get the traditional start for Engies of E7, F6, maybe they don't want the Spade. Maybe they actually start Tempship and try and expand that way. I actually think I'm with them. I think I like Halfling spot here. Get a Temple round 1, probably for Earth 2. Temple for Earth 2. And then you maybe pick up a Priest action or something and try and get Digs leveled up. Try to get Digs leveled up by round 3 and then land on Tempship on round 3 to try and throw some Digs into the north after kind of setting up in the east a little bit. The thing with Engies right now is now that there's a green faction in, I mean, Ice Maiden's not a real green faction, but they're green, is do you want to start F6? Because I think you start E7 no matter what, just because that Leech Party looks very scrumdiddlyumptious. And it means that Ice Maidens can't go up this way to town, and you can like do a nice little sanctuary town right in here. Okay, Red has already hopped to Engies. I think I'm going to go to 32 on Halflings, and then I think I'm going to join Red on bidding on Engies. Because, like, the annoying thing with Engies for placements is I expect the first placements to go E6, F3, E7, F4, and then probably E9, and then, like, where do you go with your second thing is Engies? Kind of don't hate H6, because Halflings will probably be on F5 and dig past you this way. Yeah, we're joining Red on Engineers at this point. Problem with H6 is like you have to double dig something over here. Yeah, I think you want to come to h6 later. So do we just do f6 and not connect? I don't think c2 is where we want to start. I think we want to just like throw a dwelling to c2 late, or could start on c5 and then like try and do either like a double dig on d5 or like a bridge town center, and then assuming Ice Maidens go e9 and then do like this sort of thing. Or I guess you could go up to c4, but I just assume that Ice Maidens will beat us to c4. And so it would be like a c5, d6, d7 sort of a sanctuary town. The thing I don't like about c5 is it's a lot harder to start double temple, right? And kind of the reason engineers are interesting to me in this game is the double temple start, right? It's not the only reason. I mean, like, they're engineers. They're just good. But, like, the reason I put them in the game is for a double temple start, right? Just an Earth 2, Earth 1. Right? Slow expansion of the footprint. Yeah, I think Genie's the 40 here. That makes sense. Or we have two 40s, but I would rather be on Ice Maidens on, 36 than Genie on 40 here, I'm pretty sure. Though I do love me some Genie, and I would really hope to get the priest as my starting tile, and hope something like Spade and Worker Power get taken by Engies and Ice Maidens. But I did see something really interesting. Who did this the other day? I can't remember who I was playing against who did this. It might have been NASCAR. But they were playing Genie, and the first two rewards, if I remember correctly, it was like Digs round 1, Town round 2, and it was like double Earth rewards early. And they started on Genie, and they put their starting steps on Fire, so that they could throw Priest to Fire in the 3 spot, not have to fight over the Earth spot, and then move to Earth in round 1. And that, I thought, was a really nifty thing to do. Kind of something to keep in my pocket for this game. But I hope this stream layout is fine. I've tweaked it from last time, trying to make sure that the little tiles over here are visible for everybody. And then obviously once the bidding is done, the whole board will move up. I got 2 of the boards off of the side, 2 underneath, and then the past tiles, the favorite tiles, and the town tiles are kind of down there in the corner. So spent a little bit of time messing around with the custom layouts, trying to make sure everything fit on my computer screen in a way that looked appealing, and I could still see the board. Okay, red's back on halflings. That makes sense. I guess the next question I need to ask myself as part of this auction is, when do we hop to Genies? How much of an edge do I want to give to Ice Maidens or Engies? And I think like 5 points to Ice Maidens. I don't know. Getting to start on. I guess the nice thing about Ice Maidens is you could start on Worker Power and take Earth 2 as your starting favor tile. And assuming you have neighbors on both your placements, that gives you the 8 workers you need. And like all that power means you could probably take coins pretty early. And then get like either the full collection of econ favors, or maybe just pick up like just Air 2 and take Earth 1 to go with Earth 2. I think I'm leaning towards Worker Power and Earth 2 if I end up on Ice Maidens. Right now, I mean, that would require someone else bidding on Engies, which nobody did. All right, so we got our setup. Let's see see if I can move some of these windows around, make them a little bit easier to see. Make these tiles a little bit smaller. Okay. So Scoomy is on Genie on 40. Red Rame is playing Halflings on 28. Ice Maidens, okay, they are starting Earth 2. That's where I would have started. F5. F3. Okay. I don't want to start F6 because I want to see where Ice Maidens goes before I commit to F6. And I will be shocked if Red Rame doesn't place E6 with a second placement. There's a world where he wants to go double east, but I don't believe it. So let's see where... Okay, so Ryan has placed the normal placements. So now we can think a little bit about whether we just like place F6 and assume we're not playing a network game. I don't like that because I think that's part of the value of Engineers here is we should be first or second on network, right? Genie's not a network faction, and Ice factions just have a harder time with network than other factions. So I could F6 and just abandon the temple and just like take the invitation to the Leech Party and leave. Or I could C5. Assuming Ryan's plan is similar to the one mine is and they're planning on taking worker power, that would give me the spade. Especially because with these two placements, if I go F6... but if I go F6, he doesn't have a good spot for the spade. But if I don't go F6, he does. In fact, he's got a really good spot for the spade. Because he kind of wants to just town down this path. Do I think I can get all the way to I-10? And just sort of like make this hook? Not really. I think I'm supposed to go C5. I think I'm supposed to go C5 and maybe only open single temple, and that's okay. I think I have to compete on network this game. And I think if I go F6, I have a really hard time doing that. And I think I'm trying to play like a unconnected tall game, and I don't think that's how I win as Engineers in this seat. So G4, that's what I expected from Genie. And we finish our Leech Party on E6. Okay, so they now take that. So do I want to be the double dig faction? That's interesting. No, I don't think I can be the double dig faction. There's too many things. So I think I want to take the priest. I think that's better than worker power. Is it better than worker power? No, I need to take the worker power because I think I am a single dig faction. And I think I dig D7 on single dig, and then we're templing on D7 and E7. Yeah, Genie takes the priest. And then I think it's probably temp ship for halves, but it wouldn't surprise me if Rame wants the cult coins. He did take cult coins, okay. He's single digging. Okay, so I am the double dig faction. Okay, so I guess I just need to pay attention to power, because I don't think I want to double dig on my first action. I think I want to upgrade E7. And then second action, we double dig, build D7. Yeah, and then we're going to need to pick up some coins, but that shouldn't be too hard to find a couple of coins. I guess we need 3 coins that we don't currently have. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected from Red. Red likes to ruin everybody else's good time. And by that I mean just make good plays of not giving leech to his opponents. I think we're going to need to double dig with our second action here. Building D7. Okay, never mind. We don't have to double dig yet. We can temple first and make sure we get our copy of Earth 2. Because that, I think, is incredibly important as Engies. And then we'll double dig with our next action. Okay, my guess is they're taking Air 2 here. Okay, they want their copy of Earth 1. Fair. Yeah, my plan is double dig with our next action. Hopefully this is the last copy of Earth 2 for Red. Air 2, okay. Intriguing. Move these down a little bit. Air 2, I guess we do have the Air Spade coming up. So we're going to double dig. We're going to take D7. And we're going to dig D4, but we're not going to build there this turn. And we're just looking to get another couple of leech, which should happen with a couple upgrades on E9 from our friends in the winter. And we should be able to get our copy of Earth 1 there. And then maybe if we can land on Temp Ship, this is probably Air 2 for Genie if I were to hazard a guess. Yeah. So now we can upgrade here. And I'm really hoping to get some leech. Took the priest. Okay. I don't think we're getting the leech we want to build the second temple, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah. We are a coin short. So I think we just build... Do we build the dwelling or do we pass first? Kind of like the idea of getting to be the first to pass here. We can land on Temp Ship. What are we taking? Taking the coins? And then our round is coins, temple for Earth 1, dwelling on D4, dwelling on C2. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So let's see what everybody else is up to. I assume the Ice Maidens want to put this priest to cult. My guess is on Earth. But maybe they really want the spade and think they can land on cult coins. And then I think they're just going to use 3 power to take a worker to build their second thing. Oh, yeah, they also have their spade. They probably weren't ever planning on second templing here. But yeah, I think their priest is probably going to Earth. Okay, red passes second. He's taking worker power. That makes a lot of sense. He's probably going to do some conversions, maybe take a worker, so that he actually can use all his power income. But Red's open was great. The classic Temple 2 Dwellings. Genie, my guess is they're planning on templing a second time, just by the way the board looks. The nice thing is I can take a power action with my first action and still make sure I get a copy of Earth 1, even if Genie take Earth 1, because the only one that would have, because Halves wouldn't have tempo on me for Earth 1. Ice Maidens would, but they already have a copy of Earth 1, so not a big deal. Oh, they are templing here. Huh. I mean, yeah, I'll happily take this leech. So what did they do? They converted 4 power and a priest into 2 workers and a coin. Okay. And they took the last copy of Air 2. Okay, I was never really interested in Air 2. We have Super Temple as Engies. Okay. Ice Maidens pass on to Cult Step. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I think I do just want to take the coins here. I think that's better than getting the 3 spot on Earth for me. And then I want to double dig from Red. That makes sense. I love that double dig from Red. Because that gets him a really convenient town as soon as he wants it in here. Honestly, probably this turn. Yeah, he's going to town this turn. Probably for 2 key, but it wouldn't surprise me if he takes workers or coins. Or even the priest. It actually wouldn't shock me if he takes the priest. Yeah, my gun to my head, I would say Red's Halves are either taking the priest or the workers to try and hit this dig round. Because I think he wants to land on my temp ship tile. This might be a quick round from Genie. I don't really know what they're planning on doing. Oh, they were on that. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna take our Earth 1 here. We're gonna be our Earth 1 boys. And then we're gonna build D4, C2. And then I think I might upgrade C4, and that'll leave me with 2 dwellings on the board. I'll score some points off of building that TP this round. And I'll be set up, so I think I want to sanctuary in one of these spots. Yeah. Might just use my priest as a worker, or if I end up getting the leech, which I don't think I will. I don't expect to get any more leech this round. I might take the worker's actions, but I think I just want to use my priest as a worker here. Yeah, so my guess is this is either priest or worker. Oh, okay, he did take 2 key. All right. Oh, changed his mind. Just throwing a priest to air, just to make sure he gets it. I guess he's probably not planning on upping his digs for next turn then. What did... Upship, okay. We're going to go here. Yeah, it makes sense that he wants to upship to get some use out of his Cult Spades. Okay, now Red Ram is going to take his 2 key town. And then I think we're going to build a temple just to get rid of this dwelling that does not score. Or not a temple, a TP to get rid of this dwelling that doesn't score. Snag a few points in this TP round. And then we might be passing early. And then pass right after that. I don't know how early. I mean, oh, ooh, okay. Right, maidens are passing early. Doesn't have any shipping. I guess. So definitely putting his Colt Spade on E10 because there's literally nowhere else you can put it. Ship scoring, sure. I think red's probably passing here too. Really interested to see what happens with these Colt Spades. Because I think Genie wants to put theirs on E5. Maybe H5. But Red Rame also, and Halves also want to put theirs on E5. So it's like a really interesting tension. I think that's exactly what he's thinking about right now. Takes the priest. This to me says that he wants to up shipping. Or he just wants to use his power because he wants my tile. I mean, we're not going to look a gift spade in the mouth. So we'll take the spade here. We'll see what power actions go off the board. I assume double dig is gone. And probably single dig too. So I think the only dig we're getting this round is this spade. And then what else do we want to do? Yeah, that's the dig I was expecting. Where are these Genie spades going? D6, huh? Oh, okay. No, D6. So H5, D6 was halves. Okay. Interesting. That's frustrating. I mean, once E10 was left, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's kind of scary digging E10 ahead of to brown ahead of the Genie. Like they can just single dig it. Okay, so Iceman's originally took the coins and are now considering doing something else. Okay, so D6 I think is just gone. So if we want a town up top, we probably have to bridge to B6, or we just don't town there. And maybe we try and town. It's gonna be hard to get down there. Okay, either way, I think I'm gonna. Okay, so they're single digging. Sure. Yeah, please and thank you. And then I think this is a double dig. Which means that we get to take coins, workers, or priest. Like, this double dig on E10 just looks so good. Sanctuary Town in the middle. Taking the workers. Huh. I think I want to up my shipping because I have the inside track to double dig with my second action. Not what I expected, but I would love to double dig and single dig this turn. Double dig B6, single dig C4, or C3, not C4. Probably should single dig C4. I don't think I misspoke there. I think that actually is the single dig I should do. Yeah. And that might just be our turn. And then we pass with the plans of single digging C3 the following turn, and maybe upping our shipping a bit. I guess the other thing that we could do instead of double dig D6, oh, this is better. I like this better actually. Is we can double dig G3 C3. That makes it really hard for Ice Maidens to connect. Yeah, this is the line. So we dig G3, and we build there, and then we dig C3. And C3 can hang out for a while. Yeah, and then we dig C4, build C4, C3, and then we pass there, hopefully onto a scoring tile, because we have the dwelling around the turn after, so we can get up to 2 ship and build H6 I9. And if we can get up to 3 ship, like if we end up on temp ship, we can get up to 3 ship, and then we could also maybe build A2. Or if we end up finding a spade, we can dig I6 and then build G1 F1, and just do like a kind of mid-round little dwelling rush thing here. And maybe we can try and gear up to hit both of our big buildings in round 5, right? Sanctuary on D7, Stronghold on D4, Bridge for a town, maybe. Or maybe we just build them both D4, E7. Man, that double dig, I was not expecting it. I feel really good about this game now. I really like our spot after that double dig. And as Ice Maidens, I'm probably like, I mean, they probably weren't playing super hard for network points. They're going to throw some digs around now. Dig up E11 and maybe even D8. But probably not D8, but E11. It's going to be so hard for them to connect now. Yeah, that double dig felt huge. I'm glad I saw that, because I was planning on just connecting through C4. So I don't really need G3, but it blocks them. It makes their connection really hard, and it opens up I9 and H6 for the dwelling round next turn. What happened since my double dig? I'm sorry, I've been Temple for Earth 1, up digs, and now Priest of Fire. Okay. That makes sense. This is usually what I like to do with genies, which is build 2 colts, one early for early rewards, and then move that one around, and then build one for late rewards. Let's dig C4. And then we'll build... C3 gives us a worker, so I think it's worth building C3. Oh, nice. We even get the leech, because we beat halves over here. That's nice. That was a little unexpected gift. Interesting. Just triple dig D8. I respect it. I was never gonna touch it. Man, I'm so happy I started on D7 and not F6. Yes, thank you for the 2-for-1. And then we'll build C3. So you're on 2 ship now. That makes sense. Oh, and I got over to G3 first, so I'm gonna get that leech. Good times are being had by Engies. And we'll pass early here. Unless no, there's no way you wanna not dig E11. You're gonna dig E11 here. Score those 2 points. And there's no way you're passing here. I just don't see it. You need so many workers. You're building, yeah, at least a couple more dwellings. But we're happy to pass here. Temp ship, priest. We have a ton of power. I kind of want to just pass for the priest and just like actually hard upgrade our digs twice, and then hope to land on a scoring tile the following round. That just seems better to me. This priest comes with 2 coins. That's nice. And we can take coin action with our first action because we got a ton of power income, and that coin action will let us fuel these 2 digs or these 2 ship upgrades. Worker power, sure. And we're gonna get some leech next round, at least a little bit, because they're definitely building D8. Yeah, the genie switch. We're already connected too. That's nice. Yeah, we're gonna take the coins, and then if we end up getting enough leech next round, after upgrading our shipping, I might try and dig I5 or I6 to try and get over to G1 and F1. But we're definitely gonna... It's a world where we... How many towns are we ending up with? It might just be one. It might just be a single town in the center. Unless we want to go over to dig B6 and do some sort of bridge town up here. But I find it hard to find neighbors over. I think it's gonna be hard to find neighbors over here, unless we want to like triple dig B5. But I don't think Engies is the triple digging faction. Depending on how quickly people come west, we might get a town on like F1, F2, E3, G1, like a town like here-ish to go with the town here. But I'm really happy with the way our economy is looking. Got a lot of power income, so we're going to get to take these coins, which will let us get our digs up. And then we really want to pass onto a scoring tile for round 5. I would be happy with either of them, because my gut is telling me we're probably building 4 dwellings and a teepee this round. Right, dwelling, TP, dwelling. Or actually, it's probably more likely if we get the extra dig to go like I5 or I6 so we can get to G1 and F1. I feel really good about our ability to win network this game. And we're going to score this dwelling round really hard, and we can like set up to score the TP round pretty hard. Don't have cult points to speak of, but that's our game this round. Ship advance from Ice Maidens, ship advance from halves. Oh, we actually might want to try and get out really early this round, because nobody's on either of the scoring tiles. So this is going to be the first two to go. Just taking your cold step. Okay. Well, we're going to up our shipping. Because we want to place at a minimum H6 and I9 this turn. Thank you for the freach. Paths are on 2 ship right now, which is enough to get them to B3. And just beating everyone everywhere is so nice for all this leech. What are you thinking about, Mr. Genie? Are you going to double dig E5, leaving single dig for me on I6? Which I can do to make our friend the Ice Maiden even a little sadder. And then come to H9, I9 and H6. You're double digging. Okay, E3, I8 makes a ton of sense. So I guess we're not towning over here then. Yeah, I like the dig on I6 here a lot. And now we don't even necessarily have to up shipping to 3 this turn if we don't want to. Because all of everything but A2 is available on 2 ship. So we can build G1, F1, upgrade, C4. Honestly, I think almost want to upgrade like C2, C4, and build I9 and H6 too. We don't have the workers for that. And I want all 8 dwellings on the board. A7 makes a ton of sense. Want to make sure you get your connection. I'll go G1. Happily. Alright. So I think we want to place I9 here. And then I expect Ice Maidens to pass with their next action. I think I might just want to build I9 and pass early, rather than build a TP to build a 4th dwelling this round. Just to make sure we get to land on ship scoring. Okay, so ship shoring is gone. I'm just thinking right now about whether we want to pass here for TP scoring. Because I think our plan next turn is to Sanctuary Stronghold. Like, I think we want to score both of them. All right, now we'll be on 9 coins, but we'll have so much power that I'm not worried about that. With 9 workers. That's 3 workers. We take water 1. And if we pass with I don't think I do. I think I want to build it's probably F1 this turn. I think we build H6 later because I'm not worried about anyone. Well, yeah, let's build H6. Do we want this? I don't. Yes. Because I think we're about to get offered something like that again. So we'll actually have something to do with it. I don't know, that's close. Yeah. Those 2 actions make it feel a lot better. We're putting this one here. Yeah, F1's just so much, like, safer. And I can always throw a Priest Occult if I want to wait to get a little bit more leech before passing. I mean, we're already on 12 structures. We placed 4 dwellings this turn. I was not expecting red to pass there. Maybe I should have, because it's kind of obvious that I want to pass here now. And he denies me leech, so like I might be burning 2 power income. Man, he's so much better at this game than I am. Do I want the spade here? Not really. I'll find something I can use it on, I guess. I guess the question I'm trying to like ask myself is, where are my towns? And I could bridge C2 to D4 and G1 to F2, and then like maybe we're sanctuarying on. We're not sanctuarying on E7 or D7. We're not sanctuarying next turn. So really, I think it's like the bridge to B. Yeah, okay. Could also just priest a fire. See if we can get like, you have 1 dwelling left, but you don't really have a place to put it. Maybe you wanna. I don't know. Let's take up one of these fire spots, because like, I would think I would rather have coins than than the spade. Like, I'm still fine with the spade. But if Scoomy has something they want to pass on, then we can snag Colt coins. Missing on a scoring tile this round sucks. I don't know, maybe I was supposed to just pass there so that if we all go... If everyone builds their Sanctuary with their first action, I still get a copy of Water 1. I actually, yeah, in hindsight, I think that was what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I don't like putting my Priest of Fire there. Yeah. I think we're going to miss out on Water 1. And I just didn't even think about that at the time. I mean, I'm happy I have Colt coins instead of the spade, but okay, Ryan wanted the coins, so we have regained our temple on Water 1. I don't think we want to build the stronghold this round, though. That doesn't seem good. Yeah, you want a temple for Water 1. That makes complete sense. I think Scoomy is going to temple for Water 1, or is going to Sanctuary for Water 1, and then I'm going to Sanctuary for Water 1. So, Ryan wanting the coins means that we still get our copy of Water 1. So, thanks, homie. Yeah, I think we're going to try and town over here. Bridge to either B6 or A11. A little Water 1 for me. Town for Maidens. Earth, an 8-point town, sure. I think I want to bridge C2 to D4 with my next action. And I think we're building our stronghold on D4 afterwards, but I want an 8-point town here. Because I can throw Priest of Fire and Colt Step to get up to 6 on fire, and that's 3 more workers this round. And then I think I want to build a temple for Air 1. That's probably worse than just building that temple next turn. I don't know. The 5 power is so good. But I want the other 8-point town. Is it weird? I kind of want to triple dig B5 and then bridge from B5 to C5 for that town. Just because it's one less structure I have to build. Please and thank you. Fire 2, okay. Sure, so you just have to, like, dwelling A6. And it's a worker. I knew that was coming at some point. I think I'll take the last priest to fire here. Oh, Skimmy took the last priest to fire. Okay. That makes sense. Do I want to take last priest to earth to lock up those 2 points? Not really. I don't even think it's necessarily locking up those 2 points. I think this priest is going to be a ship increase. I do think I want to take a uptick on fire though, so I'm just going to do that now. A11, okay. Sure. That's a dig upgrade? Okay. I don't think we're getting a scoring tile this turn. Which kind of makes me want to go Stronghold, Temple for Air 1, build another TP because it's only 2 points short and 2 points less and I like the coins. Pass there. Oh, do I have the coins to do all that? I don't have the coins to do all that. I mean, this is 11 points to build this building, so let's just take our 11 points. At least 11 points. Probably, or potentially 14. So now we're getting some points on the pass for the last 2 rounds. Up to sticks again. That's on a worker power. I don't think we're towning a second time. I think just too much has to go right. Yeah, Genie building their town makes a ton of sense. Or they're towning here for, what do they take? Coins, okay. I kind of just want to pass here. Make sure we get the coins action. The only other thing I can think I might want to do here is build one TP. I think I'd rather pass and just make sure we get the coins action. Because I think we're building 4 TPs next turn at a minimum. We're going to take the coins action. We're going to build a bunch of TPs. We're going to temple for air 1. We can up our shipping again if we want to. Do I want this 2 for 1? I'm surprised he's doing this. He can't town. He doesn't have the resources to dig and build a dwelling. Do I want to pay 1 point for 1 power? Not really. This game seems pretty close. I am upset we didn't get a scoring tile here. But we'll have extra workers to like maybe build bridges. We'll get a ton of coins. Like we're gonna end up with air 1, and I'm gonna make sure all our TPs are built, and then we can put 2 more dwellings down pretty easily. So that'll give us what, 14 structures? 14 structures seems like enough to win network this game. And I could potentially get to 15. Yeah, like I think we have 1 fewer structure on our board than Genie does, and our structures are so much cheaper. We don't have very many points coming from Colts. All right, right now we're looking at 7 points on the Colt track, but if we win network, we're building 4 TPs this round at 6 points a pop, so that's 24. We'll get at least 7 on the pass between air 1 and our stronghold power, right? And it's pretty easy to get that to be 10 points on the pass. It isn't a little annoying that Genie... What is... Oh, they're talking. I guess Ryan's got a bunch of stuff to do. Rather than passing for TP tile. Wants to build stronghold this round, sure. Yeah, I can. Yeah, Stronghold is going to be a bunch of points for him. Um, yeah, both building it and it'll be what 6 points on the pass. 9 from that, 6 from that. Yeah. Coins for us. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so I think we want to temple for Air 1 first, just because we know we absolutely want Air 1. Then we start building TPs. I wonder if there's a world where we're supposed to build just like 5 TPs. I don't know, maybe. I don't think we have the coins to build 5 TPs, is the problem. Just make sure we get our copy of Air 1. Ah, okay, so going for 3 towns. That makes sense. I don't know, maybe we're supposed to try and go for town here. I don't, I think it's just a whole lot of resources for something that probably won't pan out. Like trying to build this. Halves just immediately took that. Okay. Oh, that's. I didn't think about that. Sure. I get that. I don't even have 3 ship yet, but I get that. I almost wonder if this is like a better place to try in town. I don't think it would work. I think Haps would be more than happy to throw a worker to spoil our good time. Hmm. How many resources would it be to trim town here? I mean, we're gonna build I9 next, or upgrade I9 next. It's really just like how expensive digs are for Engies is the problem. Hard digs, that is. Right? Knight 10 would be a double dig. I don't know. Part of me feels like we kind of have to tell him to get to win this game. It's just so expensive to do it. I don't know. I know someone's gonna tell me after the game all the things that I should have thought about and maybe approached slightly differently. This is a functional 10 workers. Yeah, and like 9 of them would be needed to do those digs. Assuming I don't get any leech. Which, like, I have this strong feeling I'm not getting any leech. Yes, yes. Yeah, sorry I'm not talking very much. I don't know. I'm kind of don't know what to. I'm getting offered 3 for 2 here. If we get a dig, if we get a single dig, does red have the resources to like throw something on I-11? Because I'm thinking, like, we take this, we tap Priest on Fire, which I kind of want to do anyways, just to break that tie. It's a point against red and halflings, and we get 2 power from that, so then we would be on 3 power in both 3. We single dig I-10 and build it. That would be 4 workers. We hard dig I-11, H8, but then we don't have the ability to build the bridge. Oh, but we could do it on B6. And then we don't need to necessarily build the bridge. Oh no, we do need to build the bridge, but we don't need to build the... I think I'm supposed to take this. I'm not confident in it, but I think we're supposed to take that. Yeah, the nice thing here, actually, and I still think I'm going to tap Priest here so I get the double dig. The nice thing here is if red wants to mess with us, he could do so on B6 or I-10, but he can't do both. And I don't think he has the ability to really... He might be like too short on resources to like truly mess with us either, if he wants to build his 2 towns. They took the workers? Okay. Yeah, I think we double dig B6 here. If we lose A12, that sucks. But if we don't, we can hard dig A12. Bridge. And then maybe like hard, expensive upgrade one TP. Coins, sure. So that's 5. That's 5. And that's 2. We are short. That's 5, that's 5, and that's 2. Oh, okay. Well, this is nice. That makes our life easier. Sorry, I'm just like furiously trying to do some math. I think I'm supposed to temple for fire 2. So we temple for fire 2. That gets us a resource. Just trying to think. So we 2 workers are power and 2 coins is the temple. That leaves us with 4 workers, 2 priests. We fire 2. Yeah, that does it. That does it. And then can we get the resources to, if we take, no, we're short. So we can take 9 points. Conversely, I can just build that. I think this double dig was a mistake, in hindsight. Maybe it wasn't. I just think I have to give up. I think between the expensive TP and doing that, I think I'm just giving up too much. We might still end up hard digging here, but yeah, we might still end up hard digging here. But I think the town dream was one we should not have been chasing. In fact, we almost certainly are hard digging here, because I think we need to get to 15 structures to win this game, or to win network. Yeah, we are going to have to get to 15 structures. And then we hard dig probably a 12. That gets us our 15th structure. And then we have a priest to break the tie on air And so we'll get, looks like 8 Colt points. We'll win network. We're getting 7 on the pass. If someone gives us a 2-for-1, we could also build a bridge. But I don't see the 2-for-1 coming from anywhere, so I don't think we get the bridge. And yeah, the structure is real important. The 15th structure is real important. So we'll get 7 on the pass. From a scroll, sure. And we'll see if my lack of Colt points is too much of a hindrance. But I think this game's going to be close. And I'll after I tap this priest and pass, I'll actually take a look at chat for the first time, and someone I know is going to ask me a question about something that I did that they disagreed with. But yeah, we're done now. Just to watch the thing go off. You don't like c5 over f6. Fair. Fair. And the leech and the neighbors are just so good. Yeah, I see your point, Snapgar. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, GG, Scoomy. This is a good one. You played a really good Genie game there. I think you actually got it. And I think my network points will put me into second. Yeah, you got it. Man, excellent Genie game. Your network was way better than I thought it was going to be. Ugh. Wow. Really close game, yeah. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, the big decision I thought for me was start c5 or f6. It looks like Nafgar earlier was saying he probably wanted to start f6. I thought I had to win network to have a shot here. Yeah, I just never had a good spot to pick up a scoring tile, and I think I needed to land on a pass tile at least once this game to get you. But I mean, like, I'm looking at this table, right? I'm the only one with a blue name instead of a purple around my elo, and 2 games in, I got 2 seconds. So yeah. I mean. So like I knew we were gonna have the little leech triangle that we did in the center, right? So e6, e7, f4, e3, right? So I wanted to place e7 here just to like be 100% certain that e9. Partly my concern it was instead I am just winning if no f6. Ice Maiden's just straight up winning. That's fair. I think I got lucky in a couple spots with some digs where I was able to like cut them off on spots. Like what was it? It was round 3, the digging round, when like double dig just like wheeled to me after a while. And I was able to snipe G3 and cut off like any connection plans that they had. And then in round 4 in the dwelling round, when I was able to get I7, and it's just like, I mean, their game was like obviously like reasonable, right? 143 is a good score. I don't know. I was kind of like I was a little surprised you took Genie as early as you did. Um, I thought, I thought I was going to have to be bid down to at least 32 on Engies and probably 35 on Ice Maidens, but like clearly you were in the right. You saw something the other three of us didn't. But no, fun game, y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna post the VOD to YouTube afterwards, but I had a bunch of fun. I think I'll probably yeah, Ice Maidens were always going to be last on network. That's fair. Um, that's totally fair. Yeah, though I got kind of lucky in some of those mid round digs where they just like fell into my lap. I was trying real hard to like figure out if there was a second town to be had anywhere. I think I could have towned in the north if I had more of a plan to do it earlier instead of building the teepees where I did on H6 and I9. If I just had like two more resources where I could have like build expensive teepee up in the north, I could have potentially towned. I don't know if that's enough to actually catch Genie, because I have to give up some points to get there. It's certainly interesting though. I don't know. Fun game. All right. I am going to end the stream here though. Thanks y'all for watching. I'm gonna post the VOD to YouTube after it's done compiling and all that. But I hope you enjoyed my unfiltered thoughts, and I will try and cast another American League game this weekend if there's one at a time that works out for me. But thanks everybody for hanging out. Talk to you soon.